G'day folks, this is Dragon. It's just a little experiment I'm trying here. I'm drying out some chilies. And earlier this week we had temperatures up around about 40 degrees C, very hot sunny days, and put these on a tray outside to dry them out. These ones here I actually opened up and was doing some seed saving with them here, so I put them outside to dry them out a bit before we put the seeds away. And the idea was to grind the shells, the dry shells, down into chili powder. Over here I've got whole chilies drying. They'll take a bit longer naturally, but what happened was that I left them out for about 2 days to make sure they were dry, and then we had a storm rain system come through, and what I found was that the shells and these ones reabsorbed the moisture from the humidity in the air to the point where these were far too soft to grind down into a powder. So if you look around, there are various designs and concepts about sun drying fruit and vegetables and herbs and that sort of stuff, but I looked at a quick fix for this because I haven't got a sun design dryer. I've only got electric dryers and I haven't used them for a few years because of high cost of power. So some time ago I remember reading somewhere that used the inside of a vehicle. Now the temperature today, it's overcast, temperature's down in the low 20s. We've got a pretty stiff southeaster blowing, but just standing here it's much warmer inside this vehicle, and in fact these shells have actually dried out considerably. They've been in here for about an hour, maybe or two, somewhere thereabouts. Now it's another concept that you may want to look at. I've got it sitting inside my troopy at the moment. Using vehicles as a method to dry foodstuffs out using heat. Now when we're talking 40-degree heat we had early this week, quite often you find in closed up vehicles the temperature can be double that, up to 80 degrees C or more. So that's a concept that would work very well in drying out most types of herbs, spices, some fruits and vegetables. I wouldn't like to try it with meat, naturally. But the other advantage is too that you've got them in the vehicle, they're away from insects, birds and other predators that may want to have a go at them. What I tend to do on very hot days, I probably leave the side window down about an inch or two just to get some convective airflow through here, particularly with if you've got relatively high humidity. Earlier this week the relative humidity was down around about 20%, somewhere thereabouts, before the storm systems came through. So that's another concept I'm working on at the moment. I have heard people talk about it given the right conditions, and that's most important. This system does work, and of course, you know, it doesn't have to be your family car. If you've got an old vehicle sitting around on a larger homesteading property, as long as all the windows are intact, you can use the inside of a vehicle, a wrecked vehicle or something like that, to dry them out. So hopefully by the end of the day, all going well, these shells here that I've seeded will be ready to be ground up into chili powder. These, as I said before, these will take a little bit longer because they're whole, and these seeds should be dry enough to put into a seed saving bag of some description. So there's another alternative. Using a vehicle in sometimes adverse conditions where you've got low temps, high humidity, or you've got rain and that sort of thing, and some things once they've dried they do reabsorb the moisture before they're sealed in some sort of container. Anyway folks, this seems to be going quite well. These are much drier than what they were this morning. Seeds, I can put those into a seed saving container today. They're very dry, and of course these little fellas here are going to take a little bit longer. So just another concept to think about. Sitting in the tree at the moment because I haven't got any plans on using it for a couple of days, so if I do, well, I'll just pick up the tray and move it if I'm drying something else, or these aren't quite ready. Alright, catch you later.